Okay, hello, it's Thursday.
May 7th.
May 7th, that means
NTI day number
34.
Yes, good
Woo!
job.
I got it.
We got that. We didn't even have to rehearse that.
And we are in the dungeon.
AKA the basement.
Basement.
With the ship.
That's my boat.
Yep. There's lights in there.
And we're going to talk about our boat
In just a
later.
minute. Yes.
Okay? And so,
Word of the day.
word of the day.
Now, this is something I have never heard before. I don't even think I've ever seen it. You are getting distracted by things. It's very easy down here, but you have to not be distracted.
Focus.
Okay.
Squirrel!
You see this organism? That's a true story. So the word of the day is casus or casus. Casus. It's casus, not K. Casus belli. Casus belli. And it is spelled C-A-S-U-S space, so it's actually two words, B-E-L-L-I. And the reason I chose that is because later on, when I tell you what I'm going to tell you...
And I'm going to help.
Yes, they use that term, and I didn't know what it was. So I had to look it up, okay? So, casus belli is a noun, and it is an act or situation that's provoking or justifying war. So, casus belli. Now, I don't know what the origin is because I didn't look that up. And I should have, but I didn't think about it. But I just thought that was kind of cool, casus belli. So it's an act or situation that justifies or provokes war. Okay? And so there's a reason. You'll find that out later.
All right, the National Day is my favorite because there are 1,500.
Obsessed.
And today's World Password Day.
It is, you stole that.
I know, I want it. World
Don't you have your own?
No, these are only two.
Yeah, it is World Password Day. Don't use the same password for all of your important stuff.
Yeah, I use them the same password for everything.
But if you're like me, I have to write all my passwords down because I can't forget,
Yeah,
and then I get
secret
really mad. I get
like a boat.
Really like a boat with some turrets.
Maybe boat's your password.
Maybe so. No, nowadays they have like stipulations. Where
I
if you do
hate
one that's
that.
Two, I can't stand it.
You have to have a capital letter, two capital letters, in with a
number, a special thing.
I can never remember what the special letter is.
You know what? I don't think it has to end with it, but I bet if you researched,
I just made that up.
but I bet if you researched, most individuals use their special characters at the beginning or the end.
I always use mine at the end.
I'm going to research that.
I always use the exclamation mark.
I do too.
Woo-woo!
We probably shouldn't put that on
Two great
national
teachers.
television.
Okay.
Nobody watches.
Moving on.
Okay. Wait. It's National Roast Leg of Lamb Day. Have you ever had lamb?
No.
Isn't
Have
lamb
you
a
ever had
baby
a leg?
sheep? I have a leg, but I've never. Well, I've had a chicken leg.
Don't just eat.
I've had a frog leg too.
Rose.
Okay. Okay. On this day, Mr. Hood, I bet you will never guess. In 1914, on this day,
Mother's Day.
Yes. How did you know that, Mr. Hood?
Mother's Day. By what
No,
president?
I just said Congress establishes Mother's Day.
Was Woodrow Wilson a president?
So asked the social
I don't
studies teacher.
remember.
Yes, Woodrow Wilson was
I
the
believe
president.
that's the president that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the president.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
thought it was Truman.
You want to know an interesting fact? There was a woman who was like fighting to get Mother's Day started.
I'm gonna throw a punch you.
And she died before it came to attrition. And then her daughter took over. And,
I am gonna beat you.
And then
No.
what is
Stop listening.
What is shocking
Stop listening.
is that it
I'm gonna
became-
tell him to see. Listen, because we've already filmed for Monday for Mother's Day, and
You are
and I
lying.
got all that out.
Then
So-
why is this film first on the
because
YouTube
we're
channel?
liars, and we're good at it. We
But
got
do you know
busy.
that she ended up fighting against the commercialized Mother's Day? I found all that out yesterday.
When we did the real. Okay, moving on. So, are you going to tell about what happened today?
Yes. So in 1915, this is the. He's really mad.
I'm not.
He's crying. In 1915, I should not be. Should be laughing about this right now. A German U-boat submarine sunk the Lusitania, which was a British ocean liner. Okay, and the Lusitania was very similar to the Titanic. Do you remember when the Titanic was when it sank?
3 years earlier.
Well, was it 1912?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember. We did talk about that, but I can't
Because
remember.
it had just, it was in these people's recent history, and
Okay.
they had just celebrated, or they had just, not celebrated, they had just remembered it, the 3rd anniversary.
Okay, so isn't that crazy? Because it was April 15th,
You
right?
really don't know.
Okay, so the Lusitania was built for transatlantic passenger trade. So it was designed to carry passengers across the Atlantic Ocean. Now there had been rumors that it was also transported like artillery or military equipment. Okay, and on May 7th, 1915, it was sunk by a German U-boat, so a submarine, and it only. Do you know how long it took to sink?
18 minutes.
18 minutes. It only took 18 minutes to sink. That is crazy. That is less time than than you guys have to eat lunch every day. 18 minutes. You have like 30.
What was the
18
biggest
minutes.
boat in the world at that time?
I don't know that. It's
That
sinking.
boat was the biggest boat.
Okay, cool. Its sinking solidified U.S. opinion against Germany. So now listen to this. It solidified their opinion against Germany, and it indirectly contributed to the entry of the U.S. into World War I. And so that was the kind of thing that they were like, whoa, the Germans sunk a passenger ship. It wasn't even like a warship. Now, the ship was regarded as a legitimate target by the Germans, and I said this a minute ago, because they believed that it was being used to transport war material, okay? And actually, evidence has since surfaced that it was, in fact, carrying more than 170 tons of artillery shells and ammunition at the time of its sinking. But it also had a whole lot of passengers on it. So, nevertheless, even though that was the case, the loss of 1,198 passengers, including 128 Americans, which is why the Americans' opinion was like, ha, against Germany, would eventually serve as a casus belli, which was the situation or act that provokes war, justifies war, for the U.S. involvement in World War I. So I never knew that. I mean, I heard of the ship, but I never knew that.
So some interesting facts is it was the largest ship at the time. The ship had been repainted in camouflage in order to for it not to be seen.
Is that why it was dark at the bottom and lighter at the top?
Probably. The sea around Ireland was actually a war zone. So it was.
Oh, it sunk off the coast of Ireland?
Yes. Okay. So it was in a war zone. The German embassy to America had warned passengers not to board that ship.
Really?
And people believed, but they departed anyway, and there were lots of warnings that said, do not get on that ship, and people did not believe that the Germans would actually attack.
Well, that's kind of crummy.
So, and we talked about this, the Titanic was in recent history. Most people drowned or they died of hypothermia they didn't actually die from the explosion. They died. There were some people that died from the explosion, but they died from being drowning or hypothermia.
Yeah.
This ship that I can never pronounce,
Lusitania.
I
had to ask Landon.
is only, the shipwreck is 93 meters deep. Okay.
That is close to a football field.
So we take that in consideration. The Titanic is 3,700 meters deep. Okay, but Irishmen, when they found out that it had been hit, they raced to the rescue. But like you said, it only took 18 minutes. The Germans said that it was justified because it was in a war zone and it did have ammunition and shell casings that the British were going to use in the war. Also, the shipwreck is in bad shape. It has deteriorated a lot faster than the
Titanic.
Titanic.
To the surface, you think?
Well, they say because fishnets are lying on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
Blasting of the wreck. I guess there's been different blasts to like get pictures or get into say, and multiple salvage operations. Multiple companies have gone in and tried to salvage part of it, which has actually caused
more damage
to it. So that's all I got.
All right.
But this is our boat right here.
Yeah, this is our boat. It has some gun turrets, and I don't know if you can see the top there. I wonder if I can tip it forward. Oh, no, it's too heavy. There's even an anchor on this side. I did not create this. My kids created it out of a box that was somebody's surround for their bathtub. Or maybe it was their bathtub box. I don't know.
All right, well, this is Two Crazy Teachers signing off. We'll see you tomorrow, which is actually today, but we will film this
in a few minutes, and you'll see what day it is because we wear the same clothes.